Today I am making some kolaches or sausage rolls. Back when I lived in Texas, we had this donut shop that I used to go to all the time. We went pretty much every week, my mom and I. It's one of my favorite donut shops. But they would sell kolaches, and I moved away from Texas nearly 10 years ago, and I've been trying to find kolaches ever since. Still haven't found them. People don't sell them anymore. But I decided finally to make them on my own since I can't find any at any donut shop. So what you'll need is some smoked sausage. Now I found these at a specific grocery store. Apparently they don't sell them many places, so you have to go to specific stores. But if you don't have smoked sausage, you can use like a different brand of sausage or hot dogs if you want. But yeah, these are kind of hard to find. They don't make them anymore too much. So I'm lucky I found them though. And this is just for the sausage part. And you can add some cheese. I have some shredded cheese here, or you can have some like sausage or hot dogs with cheese already in them. But if you want to add cheese to it, you can use sliced cheese or shredded cheese and just kind of cut them down the middle and add your cheese in there. Maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't. And then for the dough, you'll need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of active dry yeast, and then 3/4 cup of warm milk, and then 1 egg and 3 tablespoons of dry milk powder, 3 tablespoons of dry milk powder, and 1 tablespoon of softened butter. So I'm using the bread machine like I always do when I make dough, but this recipe, if you want it, I can link that down below for you. And this recipe that I'm taking from, she actually makes it in a bowl, but I'm using the bread machine. But it's all the same ingredients, so. But yeah, first you'll start in your bread machine with your liquids, and then you'll go dry ingredients, and then you want to have your yeast last. So I have my 3/4 cup of warm milk here. I microwave this for about 40 to 50 seconds, and I'll dump that at the bottom. And, oh, I'm grabbing the yeast. You do not put the yeast in there. I meant to grab the egg. They were right next to each other. Scramble your egg. Scramble that and then put that in there with the milk. Like so. And then your butter. It's supposed to be softened, but I feel like you can melt it. In the bread machine, you can, melt this before you put it in here, but I'm just going to do the soften thing. Then you want to do after your milk, butter, and egg, you want to add your sugar in here. Here you go. And sugar is 1/4 cup. I think that's a lot, but I'm going to see about it. So 1/4 cup granulated white sugar. You can use like coconut sugar or things like that if you want to. I'm kind of excited about this because I've wanted to make these for years. I don't know why I didn't. I think it's because I couldn't find the sausage, so yeah, but like for years I've been wanting to make these, so I'm excited to see about it. All-purpose white flour. You can use bread flour if you want to, but I think all-purpose white flour is the best. And while we're here, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm at 225 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 300. I say this every single video. But it is true, I am trying to get to 300. And when I hit 300, I think I'm going to do like a live stream cooking video so you can see me cook and I can interact with you all. I think that would be fun. I really want to do that. But like this video as well, and comment down below, have you ever had kolaches? I know there's like 2 different kinds of them. There's like I think it's like German, and it has like fruit in it. And then there's the sausage one, which is a Texas thing. But yeah, I think it's a Texas thing. But yeah. So 2 cups of flour. Just dump that in there. I know you can't see it, but just imagine. So this will make about 7 to 8 dough balls, which would be 7 to 8 of your kolaches. You can always double the recipe if you want more. I have some dry milk powder. And you want 3 tablespoons of your dry milk powder. This is what it is. It's just instant non-fat dry milk. One, 2, and 3. Then you want to add your salt. It's kosher salt. 1 teaspoon of that. And just mix that around in there. And then lastly, the instant dry yeast, which you'll use 1 teaspoon of that as well. And you just want to take this and just put that in the center of your bread machine. I added 1 teaspoon and 1/4. I like to add extra yeast to things so it can rise up more. Alright, so that's it for the dough, and you just want to, mix that in your bread machine, or if you're doing it in a bowl, then you'll follow the instructions. Link in the description for that recipe and the video to go with that. It's not my video, but it will help you if you don't have a bread machine. So I'd like to do the dough setting, which is 12, and that's 11 dough setting on this specific brand. It's a KBS bread machine, I believe. And that will go on for 1 hour and 24 minutes. And during that time, I'm going to make my 3rd video of the day, which is about Nico Harrison's firing, who was the Dallas Mavericks GM. And it's just my reaction and thoughts about him being fired. So go check that out. I'll link that in the description. Alright, so I have the dough. It finally finished, and here it is. I actually ended up doubling it so I can get the most out of it, but you want to divide this up, and you should have about 8 dough balls if you didn't double it, but if you do, 16. So just divide it into 4s, and then 8. And I have about 12 sausage, so I'll just do 12. And you want to take it, and then you want to take it, they'll be like that, and just make them into, dough balls, like so. But I just got done making my reaction to Nico Harrison's firing video. That's why I'm wearing the Dallas Mavericks shirt. That's an NBA team. So the Dallas Mavericks just fired their general manager for trading Luka Doncic to the Lakers, if you don't know. But I just talked about that, so if you want to watch that, I'll link that in the description. And what kind of shows have y'all been watching? Recently, I started the Squid Game, the challenge, so like the reality TV show that Netflix has. And funny enough, I started Squid Game, the challenge, on season 2 instead. I didn't watch season 1, I just went straight into season 2, which I know that's not right of me. And to make things even worse, I haven't even watched Squid Game's the actual TV show that the challenge is based off of. But I did start Squid Game, the original season 1, episode 1, today. So I really like Squid Game. Even like first episode, I love it. And I really think it's a really unique story, and I like that. I want to like make things like that as a filmmaker. But Squid Game's a challenge. I'm like, I want to be on that show, just for fun. I guess, the money would be nice, but just for fun, really. You get $4.5 million if you are the last one remaining in the game out of 400 people. I think 456, I think it is. But those are the shows I've been watching. So I'll have 12. Some of these are way bigger than they probably should be. So it's currently November 13th, and on November 11th, on Tuesday, I was working on a short film, and yeah, I was on the last day of the filming, and it was a good short film, like good crew. I think it'll be a good short film. I have this big one, and I have two of these small ones, and they should look around this size. So I don't know what the size of like a little, say like a tennis ball. These are like softball size. I'm going to cut these and add them to these small ones. So you just want to take a big one and do that, and then add it to the small one like this. And any ones that are kind of small, you just want to take some of the biggest dough, cut that up, and add it to the smaller ones. And now this is the size of a, I guess, tennis ball. The dough does really good in a bread machine, so I'd say if you don't have a bread machine, it's something that is really good to have. So if you want to get that, you can. And if you like baking. Alright, so once you have your dough balls, you want to make these into a log shape. So just kind of take them and roll them. Oh, it's kind of hard to roll on this surface. Here, I'm going to put it, there you go. They're very slick, I think, because of all the flour. But you want to just make these into a long rope shape. So, like, I'm going to wash my hands. The flour's, yeah, I think it's because of the flour. It's not really letting me. The flour's making it hard to move. But I washed my hands, so it's a little better. But so you want to make these basically like longer than you think they should be, because it will shrink. You know, like Subway, how if you know about it, like they have their dough kind of like this, and then they proof it, and it makes your loaves from Subway that you get. So this is what it looks like, and yeah, it's about a foot long, and I just rolled it out like so. Yeah, but you want to do that to all of your dough balls here, and I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, so I'm not done rolling out all of these, but I just wanted to show you how to like wrap up the sausage. So here's the smoked sausage again. I won't add cheese to them like I said before, like I said I would. But you want to take them and just kind of like, like so, twist it around. And then take the ends, and just press it. Like so. Take the end and press it. This dough's about to be big. But there's the first one, like little pigs in a blanket. There you go. Then you want to just preheat your oven to about 200 degrees Fahrenheit and put these in the oven for I'd say about like 20 minutes or so. Just to let that, rise up again. So you have like two rising time periods. That's the first one. And I'll show you how to do another one. So what I'm doing is just taking that and getting the water off of that. Or the hot dog water. Then you want to take it and then just wrap. And press down the sides. And that's it. Alright, so I finished wrapping all the kolaches. Oh. Here you go. here you go. This is what it looks like, just like a little mummy, you know. And so, if they look like mine, where they're kind of like, you know, thicker, I don't think you need to let them rise again, but I'm just gonna, you know, throw them in the oven 200 degrees Fahrenheit for about like maybe 5 minutes at max, because these are gonna rise too big. And then yeah, but right now they're perfect. So if you want to put them in the oven, it would be 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes. And before you put them in the oven, you can, this is optional, but you can do some egg wash over them and then put them in the oven if you wanted to. But like I said, I'm going to put a towel over these and put them in a 200 degree Fahrenheit oven for about 5 minutes and let them rise a little bit more. And yeah, these kind of look like Annie Ann's pretzels, like the pretzel dogs. Alright, so the kolaches are done. Here's how they look. They're a lot bigger than I had anticipated them being. But it smells like a real kolache and looks like one, just a little bit bigger, like I said. But I think they'll be good. I didn't add cheese, but if you wanted to add cheese, you can add it. And I didn't egg wash it, but if you want to, you can do that when you cook this. And then also you can maybe do like honey butter and put that over the cooked kolaches. But yeah, this is how they look. They smell like the real deal. To go along with these, I'm making some scrambled eggs, and I'm in the process of making some hash brown patties. So if you want the recipe for this, go check out that video. I'll link that below. But yeah, here's how they look. And I'll also make scrambled eggs, like I said. But thank you for watching this video. Like this video if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel. My goal is to get to 300 subscribers. I'm at 225. So subscribe to my channel and comment down below. Do you like kolaches? Yay or nay? I'm going to let you know in the description what I think about them and if they live up to, or if they're as good as the one from Texas that I had. But yeah, thank you for watching. See ya.